It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and man, I keep telling y'all, man, if y'all are friends with anyone on social media that's posting up huge amount of cash, guns, drug paraphernalia, they're number one an idiot, because they've shown that they have no problem with giving the authorities evidence to later convict them and prosecute them. But you're probably also an idiot because you probably show that you have no problem with communicating, following, being in the circle of somebody that's incriminating themselves. Now, when you're on Twitter retweeting them, you're on Vine revining them, you're commenting on their posts on Facebook and double clicking on their posts on Instagram, you're also being then looked at by investigators looking at them. Now, y'all don't usually hear me, but stories like this, that's when you wake the fuck up. Now, in Chirac, there is a popular scheme called cracking cards. If you wonder what cracking cards is, it's a simple but very dumb, so let me get this, simple but very dumb way how to scheme and defraud money from banks, right? And if you guys are wondering, because people are like, well, we had one fucking Chirac savage, his name is Rico. He's on Facebook crying, literally in tears, saying that the FBI is hunting savages. Because to Negroes, we think the FBI is in Chirac because they want to stop black on black crime, like the U.S. government has ever really cared about two colored people killing each other way too much, right? Yeah, However, they really don't give a fuck about that. But once you start messing with federally insured money, banks, money that the government is going to get a cut off regardless, you start fucking with that, now you've barked up the tree of the FBI. Now, this whole cracking card scheme was uncovered by, and check this out, because everybody got their own gangs, right? I'm this K, I'm okay. Okay, Negroes. Well, how about these acronyms for you? We have the FBI, along with the IRS, along with the FDIC, and also the CPD. They're collaborating, right? They're doing a song together, right? They're dropping their new mixtape. But this time, they arrested 29 Negroes in this card cracking scheme. Now, what happens is, if you're wondering what card cracking is, say, and one of the notable people that got arrested is this guy named Bandman Kevo. You probably listen to his songs. You probably bump his shit. Think he's rich as fuck. He's getting bands. Now, we'll say this guy, Bandman Kevo, if you're wondering how the scheme works, he'll find somebody. They'll recruit via social media. Pretty dumb, but okay. They recruit via social media. Then they basically say, yo, this is all I need. I need your bank card or whatever it is. What they do is they deposit a fake check to the bank. It could be fake checks or it could be multiple checks. Could be up to $5,000. They'll deposit via ATM. Now, if you guys don't know how the banks work, when a check is deposited, it takes probably up to 24 hours before it's actually verified that those funds could be transferred and rerouted from the original person giving the money, right? So while that whole thing is taking place, people don't really know that it's going on because those funds are actually advanced to you in most situations by your actual bank. So the bank sees you give them a check. They know they're going to get that money back later, but not to inconvenience you. They advance you. Okay, you just deposited $1,000. They advance you the $1,000. Now, the thing is, if you deposit a check that's fake or you deposit it from a bank account that doesn't have the money, the way how people defraud the bank is they'll try to, when they get that advance from their bank, they try to get that money out as quickly as possible. So somebody like Bankman Kevo, he would be depositing money into the bank, right? Or placing a fake check into the bank while the bank is saying, okay, we're gonna advance you $1,000, even though it's gonna take us 24 hours to check if the shit you deposit was real. He then goes to the ATM, takes out $500, that's the max usually. Then he goes around and goes buying some money orders that they could get guaranteed money. Now that's apparently a quick come up, except when you are defrauding the bank, you're fucking with a lot of institutions. Now, as I said, over 20 people were arrested. And fuck even reading a news report, one of those 3 to 5 pages news articles, because I know you Negroes don't like to read, but me, I have no problem with reading. Listen, I actually went straight to the source, read the actual criminal complaint filed in U.S. District Court, which I will add, it was 43 pages. Light reading for me, because I have no problem watching how dumb Negroes are and how the cops actually caught them, because not that I ever do crime, but I need to know that shit, if it could I even foresee me being this dumb. But okay, let me get into it. Now, apparently this scheme went on from August 2011 all the way to September 2013. And now, if you're wondering, there was somebody that was cooperating. So there's somebody listed as a cooperating witness, which they won't name. So I guess Bandman Kevo will find out who's snitching on him when he gets to court, even if he even sees the person at all, because they got a CW. As long as the CW's statement stays in there, it probably never get found out. So whatever. But anyway, this is how the criminal complaint starts. And this is filed in federal court. It says the Rack Boys and social media. Now, I'm reading verbatim right now. It says, over the course of the investigation, the following co-conspirators were identified as part of the group that called themselves the Rack Boys. Now, Kevin Ford, which is Bandman Kevo, somebody named Cortez Stevens, Stephen Garner, and also McKaylee Smalley. Now, they list a whole bunch of other co-conspirators, but those are the head guys, including all the girlfriends of these guys who were down with the fucking cracking cards scheme. Now, this is where, if you haven't realized that I'm only giving you facts, and when I tell you don't do shit on social media, fucking don't, this is where it all comes to light. And I'm reading, if you're wondering where I'm reading from, page 7 of 43, this is item 17. It says, additionally, the Rack Boys have posted videos on YouTube. A number of the videos are rap videos that depicts the co-conspirators displaying large amount of cash, featuring expensive items such as Gucci shoes and accessories. Two such examples of their rap videos are entitled For the Money and Bin Had a Bag by the Rack Boys. The song For the Money include the lyrics, crack for the money, referring to the cracking card scheme in the For the Money video. In the video, they're seen wearing Rack Boys t-shirt and displaying large amount of cash, later detailed in this document. Now, they're saying the Rack Boys is a name for the co-conspirators that was the head of this whole thing. And then they said Bandman Kevo, which his name I said is Ford, is associated with another money team called the Band Clan. So the Band Clan, just like the Rack Boys, also got rap videos on YouTube. Now, listen, man, and this is shit you can read. This is fucking shit you can read. This is how they did their investigation. It says, in addition to the social media pages for the money teams, some of the co-conspirators have individual Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages that have been identified. On these pages, there are pictures, most notably of co-conspirators wearing t-shirts printed Rack Boys. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, though. Let's see how does the IRS factor into it? Well, the IRS definitely tracks how much you make per year, because if you're making a lot of money, right, and if you're showing that you're making a lot of money, you should also reflect that in some type of paycheck, which means Uncle Sam is getting their cut, right? So Bandman Kevo, is he filing any fucking tax returns? Probably not, but let's see how the IRS factor in this. Now, and this is verbatim again. It says Kevin Ford, which is Bandman Kevo, is an African-American, age 26, with no known employment history or recorded wage information. So this nigga wasn't even filing a tax return, which obviously he can't. Now, well, actually he can, because he could have at least made up some type of rap shit going on, but obviously he was too bald now. Now they list his address, which I won't even read out, because even though it's a public document, I won't even read out his address. But it's in Chicago, Illinois. He was paying over $4,000 per month, and he was paying $4,000 a month for rent, so he was living it good with no job. And then, this is why I keep telling y'all, watch who you associate with. They said all his tour dates actually matched up with a famous known rapper named Twista. Now, for Twista, who probably is out here grinding, out here trying to earn his money legally, now you're probably getting looked at by the fucking IRS because of who you associate with. Do you see why I say unfriend, block, and ignore? Now, check this out, because they're saying this guy is known for displaying and rapping about cash, luxury, foreign cars, expensive brands such as Gucci. Now, just to confirm more shit that I have been telling you, they said that Ford was sending messages to recruit people via Facebook, and they even wrote out the messages he would send on Facebook. It said, yo, you don't know me, but we could make some cash together. My brother works at Citi Bank, and he puts money on my account so I could do you a favor and have him put money on your account. If you want to make $1,900, all you would have to do is open up a Citibank account and they will give you a temp card. We would be able to do it the next day from the time you get the message. Now, it's nicely laid out, and you guys can see all the type of shit he was flossing with, giving no fucks, but along with it, at the end, all the way down at the end of the affidavit, page 43, you know what it says? It says, we hereby institute a no-knock warrant to kick this motherfucker's door down and go arrest him wherever the fuck we think he is. Now, if you're wondering why, they said the justification was listed in item number 27 and 28. Are you wondering what those items are? Okay, let me read. Now, it says, in addition to posting photographs of cars, cash on social media, Ford has also posted photographs of guns on his Instagram and Facebook pages, and also a video on Instagram, for which the following are a few examples. There's a photograph posted 35 weeks ago on Instagram that depicts 2 handguns sitting on a counter, and Ford's comment on the photograph reads, 2 new toys, it's getting close to summer. Now, in addition to exposing all the fuckery they were doing with the cash and the cars and them defrauding banks, at the end of the document, page 43, they said, we hereby request a warrant for a no-knock arrest, which means they can just kick your door down. They don't have to, if they think you're in there, they're kicking it down. No type of knock like, is he in? No, they're going in. If you're wondering why they listed their justification, and they said it was on item 27 and 28, now let me read and pay attention. It says, in addition to posting photographs of cash and cars on social media, Ford has also posted photographs of guns on his Instagram and Facebook pages, and a video on Instagram where he even threatened the police. Now, it says that 35 weeks ago, and they got their timestamps down to a goddamn T. It says Instagram pic depicts 2 handguns sitting on a counter, and Ford's comment on the photograph says, 2 new toys, it's getting close to the summer, with a emoticon of a devilish smiley face. What have I been telling you about these fucking demonic smiley faces? And it's written out in the court document. Listen, if I'm not a prophet, if I'm not telling y'all the truth, you know, listen, actually, y'all got to keep it up because I got to do these stories. So do what you got to do. Anyway, they then continue to say, they said, in a video Ford posted 38 weeks ago on Instagram, Ford is holding a handgun with an extended magazine and waving it at the cameras, and he makes sound like shots are being fired. And they say, i.e. bang or pow, whatever that means. It said on July 27, 2013, Ford posted up a photograph on Facebook of himself leaning on the counter in the kitchen area with a gun lying next to him on the counter. And it goes on, it says, hey, and this is why they kicked the door in, because the cops is making a case that they're in fear of their life. It says law enforcement also notes that on Monday, October 20th, 2014, pretty much a week ago, Ford posted the following on his Facebook wall: fuck a cop, fuck a fed, fuck them all, kill them. All like they will do you. Now, this might be a lyric. However, it's in this document like it's fucking facts. This is called threats. Now, I need not say anymore. If you guys haven't gotten it by now, your favorite entertainers, and for the ones that do work, and I'm not saying all Chicago rappers are out here doing this, there's a bunch of fuckboys doing this, and also young people who want to go to jail, which send them on to jail, man. Don't feel bad for these. Send them to jail. Bandman Kevo, your Gucci belt ain't going with you to jail. The only way you get a Gucci belt in jail is if they're giving it to you to hang yourself. So all that flossing, all that renting shit, defrauding the bank is cool, or actually it's not cool when you're trying to prey up on your fellow man, because that's when you're cooning. However, when you try to defraud the bank or financial institutions or the court, please know that the government will definitely be in your ass and they don't give a fuck. You see how quickly they clap all these motherfuckers up all at once? Niggas been getting killed in Chirac for the longest. You're killing your goddamn self. They don't care about that. You fuck with their money, they're gonna get this money back. One way or the other, they're gonna get this money back. So this guy's in jail. He's probably not gonna be released on bond, even though his lawyer was trying to make a case that he's not a flight risk. but they want to know where the fuck the money's gonna come back from. So, this guy's arrested on bank fraud. Listen, he could face up to 25 in jail. He could face up to 25 for some shit that he was only doing this shit for like 2 years. And he was only stunting for like a short period of time, but he could do 10 times that or more in jail. So you guys get in the comment box, man. It's your boy DJ Akademiks. Make sure you guys like, definitely subscribe. I'm out.